Hello all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm back with an interesting topic, and that's about recent changes in Oracle Fusion Cloud certification. As most of you who are aware that Oracle Fusion Cloud certification exams are proctored online and there are multiple choice questions. But recently, I think since April 2023, Oracle has actually made certain changes in the Fusion Cloud certification examination. So basically, earlier it was multiple choice questions. Now they have introduced something called hands-on performance pattern. So basically, the hands-on performance pattern includes basically the exam wherein certain scenarios were given, and based on those scenarios, you need to configure the Oracle system. So within the exam, you'll be provided a Oracle Fusion Cloud URL, the username and the password, and then based on the scenarios, we need to configure the system. So it's basically certain hands-on performance questions and certain multiple choice questions. So basically, we need to pass in both the sections. If you pass in the one section but not the other section, then you are not considered as a person who passed the certification. So you need to pass both the sections in order to clear the certification. So let me get into mylearn.oracle.com, and I can just explain a little bit more about this hands-on performance certification. Uh, okay, let me just take, say, payables as an example. So search for payables under mylearn.oracle.com. So let me maybe go for here and go for register now. So when you click on register for now, you should be able to see that the format is hands-on performance based and the duration is same 90 minutes. And earlier it used to say multiple choice questions as the format, but now it says hands-on performance based. Duration is same. Number of questions earlier, if you take payables as an example, the number of questions are 60 and the passing score was, sorry, the number of questions I believe were 55 and the passing score was 60. Pretty much the same thing for GL and AR as well. But now with the hands-on performance format, you can see the passing score is 75%. You need to score 75% both under the challenges at the scenarios as well as 75% in multiple choice. So now how does the challenges work? So basically you will be given a couple of scenarios or challenges wherein you need to configure Oracle system based on those challenges. So I'll just give you one example. Say, let's assume this is one challenge or a scenario. Create a AR transaction type which shows as the name, and this transaction type should allow freight, and invoices created using this transaction type should allow only positive numbers, and say revenue account should be so and so. So this is how the challenge would be given. Now based on this particular challenge, we need to configure the system. Now how can we configure the system? So I can just get into Fusion Cloud environment, and then how I can show you how we can do this. So once you get into Fusion Cloud environment, go to global search, go for global search and manage transaction type, create new, and probably they'll also specify you the business unit under which this particular transaction type should be created. Now, based on this, there are kind of behind the scenes, there are marks for each and every point mentioned here. So in this case, probably I can just pick up any transaction type, and I need to specify the transaction type name as the name whatever was given in this question. This transaction type should allow freight, so I should ensure that this particular checkbox is enabled. Invoice created using this transaction type should allow only positive numbers. So the creation sign should be positive. I should not specify negative sign or any sign. And similarly, a revenue account should be so and so. So that means I need to click on plus here, specify the business unit, and also I need to specify the appropriate revenue account here. So there are, as I mentioned, there are kind of questions for each of these things. So let's assume you have created a transaction type with so and so name. You have ensured that transaction type for transaction type, you have ensured that you have checked this particular checkbox and you have entered the revenue account. But let's assume that the creation time by mistake you specify say any sign, or you have specified say negative sign. So in that case, in this challenge, you will get only say 75. So there are kind of four. If I consider these are four different points, then you will be scoring 75% for this particular challenge. Okay, so that's how they grade the challenges. So, but we do not know how many challenges will be given in the exam. So it could be 5 challenges or it could be 10 challenges, and also the multiple choice. Also, it could be 20, it could be 30. We do not know. Earlier, at least we know like the number of questions, but now we do not know the number of questions. It could be any number of challenges, and it could be any number of multiple choice. But definitely 90 minutes is sufficient uh, time to complete those challenges and multiple choice questions. So what I have seen is pretty much we have this hands-on performance based pattern for most of the financial modules. I've seen this for AP, GL, AR, but there are certain uh, I can say a finance related module, which is revenue management cloud services. For those exams, I don't know, for some reason, still the format is multiple choice questions. So this is AP, right? So I can just search for say general ledger. General ledger is a certification. Yeah, which is say general ledger again. For general ledger also you can see this. Same is the case with receivables as well. Let me search for revenue management cloud services RMCS. And what I had observed is for the revenue management, for some reason it is still it says see multiple choice. 55 questions, 64% passing score, and duration is to 90. So probably I think as I mentioned, like Oracle started with this pattern only just a few months back. So probably they'll start implementing this for all other modules as well. Okay. So I had observed this recently, so I thought of sharing this with you guys. Thank you. Thanks for watching my video. For interesting videos on Oracle Fusion Financials, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.